Welcome back all, Laura here. So we're going to knock out what I call the lap around the Great Plateau. Quite extensive walkthrough, but it's worth it. Lots of Korok seeds, lots of treasure, lots of weapons, lots of great bows. So let's get to it. I like to start from the ice block shrine. We're going to be warping here a few times. We're going to be flying down in a southerly direction. We're going to be touching down. I'll show you as we go here. So just kind of fly out from the ice block shrine. We're going to fly past the Great Wall here. And we're going to kind of follow the outline of the Great Plateau. We're going to be touching down on a platform that's kind of between where we are now and where we got our horse from, which is the land of the giant trees. So make sure that you're fully suited up in the stealth suit or the Ganon Phantom Armor disguised bone attack up. Reason being is you're going to come across some new insects out here. You're going to get cold insects, the cold darner, and the winterwing butterfly. So walk, don't run. Now that you're full stealth, you can just kind of walk around, spam the A button, collect those things with ease. Just don't sprint around with the B button, otherwise they'll fly off. Okay, we need to make sure that we get our Swift Violets as they present themselves. I think that's another one over there. And I don't recommend doing this, but I'm trying to speed things up for the walkthrough, so I'm going to do it. Okay, like I said, walk, don't run. Get all those insects every time they show up. Okay, so these are close enough. We should be able to use a bomb to take them out. Look at that, all three. So we're just southwest of Mount Hylia. Alright, moving on, we're going to head back toward the land of the giant trees. Okay, so now we got some cold darners. They're kind of hard to spot because they're so small, especially if it's kind of dim. Take the time to kill these wolves, because you might get some raw gourmet meat. We're going to be selling for 100 rupees a piece. It's going to take 2 bombs to kill a wolf. And as soon as you kill one, the other one will get scared and run away. Of course, I didn't get lucky and get the raw gourmet, but that's okay. Alright, so I don't see any more cold insects, so I'm going to move on to the giant trees. So now we are exactly due south of Mount Hylia. The reason we're back at the land of giant trees is we're going to catch the giant horse. This is the hunt for the giant horse. And it's worth 100 rupees, so it's worth it. Not only that, we're going to use that horse and just make for faster travel while we're down in this area. Alright, keep your eyes peeled for those insects that I mentioned, the cold darners and the winterwing butterflies. So it's always best to walk, don't run. Mushrooms. You'll be getting zap shrooms and sun shrooms down in this area. So collect your mushrooms as you go. In fact, I think I just saw insects. Maybe not. Okay, so the giant horse is not hard to spot. He's the biggest horse of the bunch. If they all look about the same, it's not the right ones. So that's the giant horse way out there in the distance. If they were all standing close together, you'd be able to see just how much bigger he really is. But of course, he's out a little ways, so kind of misleading, but he really is a big son of a gun. Okay, so same like before. Really low-powered bow and a shock arrow. We don't want to kill him by accident. So, long-distance bow, or if you still have a spike boko bow, that would work just as fine. I think even a soldier's bow would just stun him and not kill him. Now, one word of caution, it's going to take a lot of stamina to tame this guy. So keep an eye on your stamina gauge, and make sure that you replenish your stamina as you get close to running out. Because if he bucks you off, it's going to hurt. And you'll have to start all over. So about 2 full wheels, maybe 2 full wheels and changer is what it took. Okay, so once you get them tamed and settled down, go ahead and, just like before, we're going to feed them a bunch of apples. It should take about 10. And what we're looking for is for his head to start doing that motion to where it knows that you've got him fully bonded. Okay, so after apple number 10, see if he starts doing that thing with his head, and he is, which means you've got the bond completed. So now we don't have to worry about him bucking or anything while we're riding him. Okay, don't forget about your mushrooms. They're important, so we need to take the time to get them. Both the zap shrooms and the sun shrooms. And there's no spurs on the big guy. His cruising speed is all you get, unfortunately. Okay, now this tree, there's a balloon up there that we're going to pop and get a Korok seed. Okay, so that's the tree with the balloon on top. And just in case you didn't get them before, there's a Korok seed. It's hanging down in a husk from that tree. And this one is a puzzle block configuration. You have to do a little climbing to get up there. Okay, so now with our giant horse, we're going to continue on just like before. And this is where we're ultimately heading. The very beginning of this roadway, trail, whatever you want to call it. That's where the guy is that we have to talk to get our reward for finding this horse. In case you're wondering, you can register this horse. I don't really do that because I don't really ever ride it. There's really no point. I mean, it's just a big horse. It doesn't really have any special abilities or anything like that. It doesn't really even go that fast. In fact, now that we're riding this horse, you can see just how much faster the 5-star Speedster horses that we've been riding all this time. And since we already killed those Lionels, we don't have to worry about them. We can just take a nice, gentle ride through the forest here. Or whatever this is. Plain. Okay. Another quick little detour here. Oh, I just ran over a wolf. Might as well see if I got any raw gourmet meat, which I did not. Alright, so you see some false walls here to blow up. There's some treasure. And there's also going to be some ingredients we need. These are important. So take the time to get this kind of stuff, the swift violets as you see them. Actually, before I start blowing up all these false walls, I'm going to climb up here. There's a false wall that's just out of view. It's just up here somewhere, and it's got 100 rupees in it, so we're going to take a moment and get that bad boy. Just to show you on the map where we are here. I suppose I could mark these for you. Alright, and the rest of those false walls should be down close to ground level now. There should be some more of those flowers. In fact, there's another one right over here. Always kill the wolves. You never know when they're going to drop raw gourmet meat. Crap. God, I'm just not having any luck today. And don't worry about the horse. It won't wander off too far. The only bad thing is if it's nighttime and monsters pop up, it'll scare the horse and he'll go running off and it'll just be kind of a pain to go find him again. Alright, Gerudo Scimitar. Not a great weapon. It's loosely sitting there, so if you need it, go ahead and grab it. Otherwise, I wouldn't recommend it. It's a soldier broadsword level equivalent. Alright, not a bad spear. In fact, if you're still carrying around the Knight Spear, the Knight Halberd, just go ahead and tech refresh that. The Gerudo Spear is very durable, and it's better on attack power anyway. Alright, so with our giant horse still sitting there, we are going to get back on. That's pretty much all that's down here. There's some more stuff in the area. There's another Korok seed. In fact, we're going to go ahead... There's 3 more Korok seeds in the area. But we'll come back to this after we get our horse dropped off, because we can warp here, so it's not like we really need to worry about it now. And look at that, I got more insects flying around. There's also some luminous stones up there. We'll do all that here momentarily. Okay, while we're here, we're going to grab another quick Korok seed. Top of this tree, we will have a pedestal to activate. I'll go ahead and mark that for you and just show you on the map where we're at now. Okay, crap. I'm not so smart sometimes. Alright. You'll always want it freshly activated to give you the most amount of time to get there as possible. Alright. Go ahead and jump back on your high horse. And just like before, we're going to take a little detour and go up on top of that green, grassy, topped plateau hill thingy up there. Just to avoid all these guys over to the left on horseback. They are very deadly accurate with their bows and arrows, very mean. So I just like to go out and around and avoid them if at all possible. And there's actually another Korok seed up here that we'll go ahead and get. Use your yellow rune, you'll see a rock light up. Okay, continuing on this grassy knoll, I guess is what I'll call it. John Wilkes Booth and the grassy knoll. Oh wait, wrong president. Wasn't John Wilkes Booth the one that got Kennedy? Yeah, that's the grassy knoll. Heck, I don't know. Forget what I just said. I'm not a history buff. Alright, so here we are, folks. Here's where the dudes are. Now, if it's nighttime, they're going to be asleep. You won't be able to do this. So just use that campfire there, make it daytime. Simply talk to him. Staria or something is his name. Let him go ahead and write it. He'll say it's amazing or impressive, whatever. And eventually he'll give you your 100 rupees. And there you have it. Okay, so now I'm done with the stupid giant horse, because I don't like it. So just to kind of point out where that was, I will put a marker there, I don't know what. Maybe scratch that. I'll point it out later when I do a map overview. I'll just put a star there for now. I'll know what it is. Alright, so while we're here, we're going to knock out some more Korok seeds. Right up on this little hilltop, you'll see a yellow flower. And I will stamp that for you so you know where it begins. This one's a little out of the way. Matter of fact, I'm going to eat a speed meal here, because this is really wide open space, and this will just really help to speed the process up. Not only that, the next Korok seed, you actually probably need that speed to be able to get to in time. There's a pedestal. And you might want to equip your Korok mask for this part. Or not Korok mask, your Majora's mask. Because there's a lot of bad guy trouble in the area. And we don't want to deal with them, we just want to get to the Ring of Lights. Okay, so here we are. And this one is going to be way up here at this bad boy nest. So that's where we're heading. They give you plenty of time to get there. I just like the speed meal because it just helps to speed my walkthrough up a little bit. And you're going to have some Bobkins in the area as well as some Lizzles. They're not really worth killing because their weapons are really crappy. So that's why I say just put the Majora's Mask on. You don't have to deal with them. Don't worry about that treasure chest. It's a crappy fisherman's shield or something. It's not a very good one. Alright, so here we have that one. Next on the hit list, you'll see like 6 little dots in a row on the map. That's where we're heading next. There's another Korok seed there. There's also some gemstones to gather along the way. Ooh, look at that, I got a beetle. Matter of fact, there might be more beetles. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Word of caution when you're using bombs on gemstones, if you get flint and you blow up another bomb, the flint will disappear. And you want to collect as much flint as possible because you get a lot of rupees for those when you get to Rito Village. You're going to get 100 rupees for every 10 of those bad boys, so don't get pissed off when you just get flint. It still pays off in the long run. Okay, so we got a type of Korok here where you just got to put an apple in the tray. If I can aim it right. Okay, we're going to go ahead and call our horse at this point. You might be wondering why I always turn my back to the direction I want to go, because when the horse spawns, that's the way he's going to face. So I just always do that just to kind of speed up getting on my horse and getting going here. Okay, so where are we going now? We're going to go across, we're heading over here, and we're going to follow this little river along down to the ocean side. Reason being is there's some Korok seeds and treasure and weaponry. All in all, it's just a good little place to go. Now it's approaching nighttime hours in my game, so I'm going to want to keep an eye at the sky when it turns dark. I should have a blood moon coming along soon. Again, you might have some beetles on these trees, so walk, don't run. And you can probably already tell we got a treasure chest. And just for map reference, I'll show you what we're at. And you might have some mighty prongy here, so take a quick look in the river while you're dispatching your Octoroks. Lots of treasure out here. Okay, continuing on, you might see some crabs in the sand. So walk, don't run, you'll be able to scoop them up easily. And there's two types of crabs. You're going to get Razor Claw, which is for attack power, and they weigh about the same as a mighty banana. And you're going to also see some red crabs, which are going to be for defense. I think they're called Iron Shell. And anytime you see these electric bats, take the time to kill them. You're going to need 15 of these electric bat wings in all for suit upgrades later on. So take the time to kill those electric bats whenever they present themselves. Okay, I'm still not seeing a moon, so I don't know what I've got going on just yet. More mighty prongy. The reason I say take the time to gather the mighty prongy is because they are really good for elixirs. You only need 2 mighty prongy to make a high-level attack power elixir, and you can throw 2 monster parts in with that and get your time up on your elixir. So always take the time to collect mighty prongies. Alright, so we got another Korok seed here. It's a starfish pattern. I don't know if you can see that on my screen or not. And I'll show you on the map where we're at. Alright, so we're going to continue along the seaside here. We're going to head this direction. I guess that's south-southwest. We're just going to follow the shoreline. Lots of treasure. Keep your eye out for those beetles. Like I said, they usually appear right around here. Not only are they on the trees, but they're also going to be on these luminous stones. So we're going to go up that direction first. And walk, don't run. Spam that A button as you get close to these luminous stones. You're going to find beetles. Chances are, pretty good anyway, you'll find beetles. Okay, I need to see this moon and see if I've got a blood moon working. Doesn't look like I do. Alright, moving right along. Ouch. That sucked. If you get too close before they finish dying, unfortunately they'll zap you, as you just saw happen. Alright, go ahead and climb this palm tree. That's going to be another Korok seed. Continuing on this little ridge line here. Shoreline, whatever. Once again, spam that A button as you approach luminous stones. You might get some beetles, as I just did. Okay, looks like nothing there. And this should be the last one. Alright, so when you're this close to the water, don't use bombs because you're going to lose half your luminous stones to the water. Instead, go ahead and equip a night level claymore or a Lionel Crusher, and that'll go ahead and bust those apart for you in one swat. Okay, there's another glistening, swirling Korok seed here. Okay, that was right next to that palm tree. We just got that other Korok seed. Okay, that's it for Koroks now. There's 5 total in that little spot. But there's some treasure chests. I'll show you guys where those are. I like my yellow rune because they really light up with yellow. I think that comes out better on video anyway. I guess I'm good on shields. Okay, we got another treasure chest coming up. We actually have several. The next 2 are going to be floating. Keep your eyes peeled for those mighty prongies. They should be right around here somewhere. Unfortunately, you're going to get a lot of these armored prongies as well. I don't really worry about the defense elixirs, so I don't really cook with them. But you can if you so choose. Now you're going to be within range of this little bad boy nest out in the water, the lizzles. So do be aware of that. You're going to have to kind of get in here, get out rather quickly. The Majora's Mask won't fool them because they're too far away. They're just going to see you and they're going to sound the horn. They're going to come after you. There should be another treasure chest out here. I want to say it's going to be underwater. So what I like to do is make a quick little ice block. And that'll give me a platform to stand on to pull this thing up with. Alright folks, that pretty much wraps up this little hot spot. I think I see another beetle. And it's the wrong kind. That's okay. Alright, so we're going to warp back over to the shrine now. And we're going to finish up this little segment of my lap around the Great Plateau walkthrough. There are 3 more Korok seeds right there in that little spot. And some Lumina stones. And I think that's about it. Okay, right behind the shrine, there's going to be a ledge jetting out, and it's going to have a puzzle block Korok on it. I don't think it's quite visible. Yeah, it might be. I'll show you guys on the map here in just a moment. Alright, so that's where that one was. Literally right behind the shrine. So I'll warp back up topside for quick travel. Okay, so right out in front of the shrine now, we're going to travel straight out ahead, right past where that lady was burning all the food before. Of course, at nighttime, she's not burning food anymore, she's just sitting there. Walk, don't run, just in case any insects appear. You're looking for those cold darners or winterwing butterflies. And any moment now, we're going to see a pinwheel. Go ahead and ready a bomb. Because this balloon moves awful fast. And it'll be helpful to have a bomb ready. Well, we're going to pop that bad boy with a bomb. Because if you try to use bow and arrow, that one is very, very difficult to get. Because it is such a fast-moving balloon. There is a Swift Violet here for the taking. I forgot to show you on the map where that Korok seed was. Right at that corner of that little, whatever that thing is. Doohickey that jets out. Oh yeah, take the time to kill these. Reason being is they give you a lot of monster parts. You're going to get 4 to 5 from each one. So it's worth it, you know, for the materials. Come here. Settle down, Beavis. What's happening here? Jeez.